Hey y'all, and thanks for joining me again. Today I'm working on the blue truck. Right now I got it up on the jack stands. I'm trying to get the differential out so I can get this locker in. Let me show you what I'm working with. It's got an LQ9 that I have stroked out with a Eagle crank, scat rods, and mall pistons. Got a few other things done to it, like a high flow oil pump. And, some big injectors and all that stuff. So this is what I'm trying to work on, getting ready for taking to the racetrack. We're already well into summer. It's mid-July. So I'm hoping to have it ready for when things start cooling off, take it back to the track and get some stuff, some passes knocked out. But like I said, I got a locker for this thing that I'm wanting to get installed. And I'm hoping I can get it before, I want to at least get it out before all that comes moving in. Looks like we're about to have a bunch of bad weather, so here's hoping we don't get caught in the rain. So I've got the brake shoes off, got the wheels off, got the truck supported, got the front tires chalked, so don't start wanting to roll away on me. So the plan now is to see about getting this differential out, which means I got to pull out some of these bars here. One, to get that diff cover off, because that diff cover is connected directly to the torque arm. So I got to get that diff cover off, get those unbolted, get those pulled out, and then probably pull this bar out right here so I can roll that differential assembly out. So that's going to be fun. Let's see how this goes. That's more there as a moral support kind of guy. I'm about to mess up all my suspension geometry. That's fine. I guess I'll fix it later. I hate working on cars on the ground. Because every 2 freaking seconds, I gotta get my fat ass up, go grab the tool I need, and come back. And I don't want to do that. So I always just freaking struggle bus it until I get too freaking frustrated and go get the tool I need from the first place. Working on cars is fun. 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 Yay! Great success. Oh, or whatever that one guy says. Those are probably 1 inch, because of course they are. Oh, that's lovely. Guess what they're not? I have better tools for this. Alright, so unfortunately my phone died while I was in the midst of pulling this thing out. Didn't really miss much, just unbolted the bearing caps and pulled it right out. So next thing, according to the instructions, pull everything apart. I already got the spider gears out, got the pinion gear out. Well, not the pinion gear, but the pinion shaft for the spider gears. And unfortunately, for whoever made this kit, they made the instructions a QR code. It just so happens I need my phone to record. And so I can't use the QR code or the instructions to read how to do this while I'm doing it. So we're just going to attempt to figure it out and see how it goes from there. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? All right, so that was pretty painless for the most part. The challenging part will be getting it in, getting the axles and the C-clips back in, I suspect. So that will be a plethora of fun, I suspect. But you're still charging, so we'll leave it like that for now. So I went ahead and got the differential carrier and locker assembly back together. What I've done is I've cleaned up the differential cover. Like I said, this part goes to the torque arm for the QA1 suspension, and that, you know, that keeps all that in place. Went ahead and cleaned up the actual axle itself, the mating flange on that. I went over to AutoZone. I went ahead and got new axle seals because, as you can see, mine are leaking pretty bad. You can see all that on the inside of those, in there near the drum brakes. Oh, I haven't pulled this one apart. It was franking a little bit earlier, so I put a bag on there to keep that dry. But that's what I'm working on now. I'm about to pull those axle seals out, swap them out. Fingers crossed I got the right ones from AutoZone. So I will let you know as soon as I got those in and I'm done with that. All right, so I'm going to be replacing this axle seal. You can see just how much of a leak that there was. There's a whole bunch of it on the inside of the axle flange. So we already got this new bearing here. 8835S, hopefully that's the right one. We will see. We come in here and get up underneath the seal, make sure we're not contacting the bearing in any way. Let's give it a couple taps here. And that guy will pop right out. Now I got a drip pan here, well, a painting tray, whatever. That way whenever this fluid leaks out, it doesn't get all over the concrete and stain nothing. Because I don't want to get anything on the grass or the concrete that ain't gonna come out. That's a lot of gunk. Who knows how long these things have been leaking for. But luckily they weren't leaking super bad, because my brake shoes are still good. I don't see anything in there that would cause a problem. So now that I got all that cleaned up, go ahead and get this new seal. Make sure that fits just right there. Perfect. Grab one of these bearing drivers, smack it in. That looks nice and flush there. Now every time I do a seal or something like that, I like to take some of this transmission assembly lube and just give it a little bit of a touch right there on the seal, because you never want to go in dry on these things. It's not particularly great for the seal. Since I don't have the differential in, we're just going to go part way in with the axle shaft. We're not going to go all the way in. We'll call that good for now until I get that differential in. So I've got differential in here, ready to go back in. I didn't mark any of the bearings or any of the caps, but when I took them out, I put them in a magnet tray in a very specific order. I have something indicating which way is the top of the magnet tray. That way, everything goes back into the exact same side that it came out of, which is really important, especially for these shims and the preload on them. Let's see if I can get all this stuff in here. Oh snap. Everything went in how it's supposed to. Alright, well, what's supposed to go wrong now? This can't be right. This went way too easily. Starting to make me think something's gonna go wrong here very soon. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a blessing and I'm looking a gift horse in the mouth. All right, so got my C-clips for the axle shafts. Got the axles pushed in. Now let's see how these are supposed to go in for the C-clips. This has been an adventure. Whoo, buddy. All right. So now I just get this torque down, these two torque down, get the diff cover back in it, and add some fluid. So, that'll be the next step. Got the diff cover here, got some RTV on here. Really, really thin layer. You don't need a super big bead. Unfortunately, I cut the tip on mine way too big, so I ended up with a little bit more than I intended, but that's fine. We can work with this. Now that is back in. I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'm not gonna film any of it. I mean, you saw it all coming apart. It goes back together the same way. Just put these two bolts back in, put this bolt back in. Hopefully it's not as much of a pain in the butt to get back in as it was to get out. And then we'll go from there. I'll see y'all in just a bit. All right, so we got everything that we were planning on getting done today. We got the locker installed, we got the suspension readjusted, we got the wheels back on. And let me tell you what, this thing is looking pretty. I love the way this thing rides with those QA1 coilovers on it. That suspension works so nice and it rides so well. Next weekend, I'm planning on putting these radials on there that I got about a year ago. I haven't even put those things on yet, so hopefully those things fit pretty well without rubbing. I think I test fitted them. I'm pretty sure I test fitted them before I bought them. But I'll throw those on next weekend. I'll take you guys for a ride. And thank you guys for watching. Luckily, it didn't rain. Praise God for that, because it looked like it was about to pour on me there for a few minutes. But it sprinkled for a second, and then it stopped. And we were able to get this knocked out. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. Don't if you don't. But I appreciate you watching to the end. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good one.